Everybody talks about a Capricorn's temper, but what most people don't realize is that their silence is far more dangerous. Because when Capricorn stops arguing, stops explaining, stops reacting, something has already changed. Capricorns are not usually the type to explode over every little thing. In fact, they often give people more chances than others realize. They observe, they stay patient, and they quietly carry disappointment without making a scene. That's why many people mistake a Capricorn's calm nature for weakness. Honestly, here's the truth. A Capricorn who is angry will still fight for the relationship, friendship, or situation. They may become cold, stubborn, or even harsh with their words, but their anger means they still care enough to react. Now, their silence hit different. When a Capricorn becomes silent, they're not always trying to punish anyone. Most of the time, they're processing, they're watching, they're deciding whether the situation is worth their energy anymore. And once they've reached that point, they'll stop wasting time trying to convince people to understand them. And let me tell you, instead of a Capricorn arguing, they will pull back. Instead of them chasing, they become distant. And instead of them demanding loyalty, they quietly start relying on themselves. That's why people are often shocked when Capricorn leaves. They expect a big fight, dramatic words, or endless chances. But Capricorns don't always announce their departure. They simply detach emotionally long before they physically walk away. And I'm going to tell you the scary part. By the time everyone else realizes something is wrong, Capricorn has already accepted the disappointment, which means they already cried in private, they already thought about every conversation 100 times, and they already prepared themselves for a life without that person. Now, a Capricorn silence isn't loud, but it speaks value. You may notice they stop checking in, they stop explaining themselves, they stop correcting misunderstandings, they stop expecting anything from you. And when a Capricorn stops expecting, they're usually starting to let go. People often think Capricorns are heartless when they become distant, but that's not usually true. Capricorns feel deeply. They just don't like putting their emotions on display. They would rather suffer quietly than beg someone to appreciate them. And once they feel like their loyalty, effort, and their time are being taken for granted, something inside them shifts. And it's not out of hatred, not out of revenge, but out of self-respect. Because Capricorns believe that not everyone deserves unlimited access to them. So while anger may come and go, silence is usually a sign that a Capricorn has reached their limit. And when cats finally become silent, they aren't planning their revenge. They're planning their future, they're focused on their goals, and they're rebuilding their peace. Perhaps the most painful thing for others is that once a Capricorn truly moves on, they rarely look back. Because Capricorns understand one thing better than most. And that's not every battle deserves a response. And sometimes the loudest message is saying nothing at all. Cat fam, do y'all agree? Is your silence more dangerous than your anger? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, follow, and subscribe for more Zodiac and Soul Insights.